Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today I want to talk to you about a fabulous disc of contemporary music by American composer John Corigliano. You know, modern composers are supposed to be really great orchestrators, but John Corigliano is a great orchestrator, even by the standards of great orchestration. He is a virtuoso in his use of the orchestra, and that is abundantly in evidence on this spectacular disc featuring the Tampere Philharmonic Orchestra under Eric Klas on the Ondine label. And we get four very, very different works, which is really rather cool. The first is called Phantasmagoria. Now, Phantasmagoria is essentially a freestanding orchestral composition based on music to Corigliano's, in my view, not terribly successful opera, The Ghosts of Versailles. Now, The Ghosts of Versailles, it premiered at the Met. It was a big deal. It was a major American opera. It tried way too hard, in my view. It was just a mess. It had everything. It had, people running. It had ghosts. It had Versailles. I still never figured out what the heck was going on in it. Some of the music was fabulous, but it wasn't really vocal music in my view. I mean, it was more interesting, frankly, for its orchestral effects and the sheer sound of it than it was for anything that happened in the plot or any of the singing that actually went on. So it was a very, very smart thing for Corigliano to take out 20 minutes long, 22 minutes and 11 seconds or 14 seconds. I know it's white on, who can see this? Can you see that? Yeah, that's the timing right there. These things are so small. Maybe I'm just getting old and can't see, but boy. So anyway, 22 minutes or so chunk of music from the opera, which is splendid and glittery and fun and hallucinatory and all those wonderful things, and turn it into an independent work, which I think is far more powerful and enjoyable than anything in the actual opera. So there you go. That's the first number. Next is To Music, a short little jeu d'esprit that comes in the category of, like many composers did, works about music, like the Vaughan Williams Serenade to Music. It's not, English folksy modal like the Vaughan Williams, but it's quite lovely. And it's a marvelous little five minute fluff piece. Then we have much less of a fluff piece. This is the Fantasia on an Ostinato, which is quite a bit longer. It's about 15 minutes long. Now, the Fantasia on an Ostinato was actually originally composed, if my memory serves, as a piano work, as a competition piece for a piano competition, but Corigliano later orchestrated it. And the ostinato in question is the ostinato in the allegretto of Beethoven's Seventh Symphony. Now, an ostinato, in case you are wondering what that is simply a repeated rhythmic figure. And it could be anything, as long as it repeats. In the Beethoven, it's bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's the ostinato. It's called ostinato because in Italian it's obstinate. It won't go away. It keeps coming back. And this is a brilliantly inventive piece. It sounds marvelous in its orchestral guise. However, the pièce de résistance, since we're talking about Versailles, we can do it all in French. Now, the pièce de résistance on this disc is the suite, or the work called Three Hallucinations from Altered States. Yes, this is effectively a suite of three movements taken from Corigliano's film music for the movie Altered States, which is really, really a hot film. It's about sensory deprivation being used to experience, the what you might call the racial memory that we theoretically carry inside us, and to go back in time and experience, altered states. So the music is quite hallucinatory, as is the film. Corigliano was a perfect guy to do this score, and it's widely recognized as one of the great 20th century, they're all 20th century, but one of the great film scores, let's put it that way. And I love this piece, and I've seen it live, and it's exciting as hell. And it's just marvelous, absolutely marvelous. It's a brilliant piece of writing, and it's brilliantly played and recorded here. So it's just terrific. And if you don't know the three hallucinations from altered states, you really ought to listen, because it's just a fantastic work. So there you go. A wonderful John Corigliano disc on Ondine with a Finnish orchestra and Finnish conductor, because people in America are just too horrible and stupid to play their own music. Thank God there are other people and other labels willing to do it, because there's so much of it that's marvelous. Like this. Give it a try and keep on listening. Thanks for joining me, friends. Take care.